Where shall I go? Where shall I go? I am seeking a refuge for my soul. For I say I am a friend who will guide us to the end. For I say, where shall I go? But to for I say, where shall I go? Where shall I go? I am seeking a refuge for my soul. For I say, I am a friend who will guide us to the end. For I say, where shall I go? But to
Blessed Love. Welcome to the Youth University Program. I am Honorable Princess Acacia Menon.
And I am Honorable Prince Almasif. We welcome you to join us for the next half an hour for a bag of information and a box of inspiration.
That's right, Prince. This is a program designed for all ages conducted by the youth.
We bring to you history, science, African languages, and much more.
So if you appreciate our program, please let us know via the Institute's email, website, Instagram, or Facebook page.
Also, feel free to go to the page of our website and choose from our children's books and other products we have available for you.
Thanks again for choosing Youth University.
Full joy!
Whether he was playing country, rhythm and blues, or rock and roll, he always played with his own unique style, often described as genius. Ray Charles Robinson was born in 1930 in Albany, Georgia. His music career started early.
It was so normal for me, so natural to me. Even when I was 3 years old, I would go and jump on Mr. Wiley Pittman's piano stool and hit all the keys with all my fingers and everything.
By the age of 7, he was completely blind due to glaucoma.
My mom was very, very conscientious. I mean, she saved me from a lot of the trauma that I probably would have had, because she knew I was going to lose my sight, so she started preparing me.
Ray was studying music at the St. Augustine School for the Deaf and Blind when at 15, after his mother passed away, he quit to pursue music professionally. He headed to Seattle and dropped the Robinson from his name to avoid confusion with Sugar Ray Robinson.
I saved my little money. I had about $900, and I've always had this little thing in the back of my mind that I can do it. I can make it. You know, it may take me a little time. I might not do it today.
After spending the early part of his career as a carbon copy of his idol, Nat King Cole, Ray began developing his own style, a style that would soon cross many different genres. Bringing together the feeling and sound of gospel set to secular music, in 1955 he scored a #1 R&B hit with I Got a Woman. He continued to rattle off a string of R&B hits, but really crossed over and captured white America in 1959 with What I'd Say. It was a top 10 pop hit and was one of his final singles with Atlantic.
When Ray Charles started taking these gospel songs and translating them into pop songs, people just went crazy. He took this music that had really been a part of the black church for generations and put it on the stage, and he put it on the radio.
Soon, Ray moved to ABC for artistic creative control, and in 1960 released the album The Genius Hits the Road, featuring his hit single Georgia on My Mind, which became Georgia's state song in 1979. Now tagged with the label The Genius, he pulled off an incredible feat when he recorded the huge country hit I Can't Stop Loving You off of his critically acclaimed album Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music. He'd always been eclectic, but succeeding in country was truly impressive.
When you talk to musicians, they become rapturous when they talk about Ray Charles because his contribution was so enormous and in so many distinctive ways.
Things were going better than he could have ever dreamed, but he lost some career momentum when he was busted for heroin in 1965. He dealt with addiction to the drug for nearly 20 years. Though Charles continued to release music through the 70s and the 80s, his best creative days seemed to be behind him.
Love. So what you just heard is about the famous blind singer by the name of Ray Charles Robinson Sr. And surprisingly, Ray Charles, he wasn't born blind, and his mother, Aretha Robinson, had him when she was 15. It was after the death of his younger brother, George, that 9 months after, he unfortunately started becoming blind due to a case of glaucoma. And his mother taught him how to use his ears as his eyes. And because Ray Charles was blind, he had to go to a school for the deaf and the blind. And from there, he learned how to use sound, how to use his memory, and also how to play the piano. And as they did say, he was a singer, a songwriter, and a pianist. And what do you know about Ray Charles, Prince?
Well, he was born on September 23rd, 1930 in Albany, Georgia, US, and he passed away June 10th, 2004. It's 70.
Yes, and his labels were Atlantic, ABC, Country/Crossover, and Warner Bros. And Warner Brothers, yes. And he also had 62 studio albums, 7 live albums, 39 compilation albums, and 127 singles. Wow. Wasn't that cool, Prince? Mm-hmm. And that is all we need to know about Ray Charles Robinson. Blessed love. Blessed.
Oh, but also before we conclude here, he also had 12 children. So yeah, that's really something. Blessed.
nzuri sana, wageni mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Ngiti jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Kiti jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu.
Blessed love, welcome to the Kiswahili Corner. And today's Kiswahili Corner, we're doing the second half of Nambari, which is numbers. And we're going to the 10th. We're not tens, teens.
Oh.
Yes. You know what I mean when I say teens? From 11 to 19. And let me tell you a little trick.
Wait. 11's not a teen.
Yeah, I know. But the word 10 in Swahili is kumi. So you say kumi na and the numbers 10 and. Let me show you an example. Number 11 is kumi na moja, which is basically 10 and 1, but it also means 11 in Swahili. Get the trick? Yes. Number 12 is kumi na mbili. Number 13 is kumi na tatu. Number 14 is kumi na nne. Number 15 is kumi na tano. Number 16 is kumi na sita. Number 17 is kumi na saba. Number 18 is kumi na nne. And finally, number 19 is kumi na tisa.
All right, so that's really easy. You just have to put kumina in front of them.
Yes, and kumi na is 10 and. Remember, na is a Swahili word for and, so it's kumi na and your numbers.
Oh.
Yes, and that is all for the Kiswahili Corner. Kwaheri, tuonane tena.
Hakuna matata, hakuna matata, mama, hakuna matata, kapelani, hakuna matata, hakuna matata, kiti Kenya wote, hakuna matata, jambo wote, hakuna matata,
about some more Earth facts. So, our first Earth fact here today is the Earth isn't actually round. Now, you may say, like, it's actually flat? Wow, you got away with something now. Now, the Earth, well, it's not flat, but it's not a perfect sphere as such. It more is, how would you put it? Well, it's kind of egged up, but not in like the perfect manner. So it has some little places where it kind of goes in, and then there are some places where it kind of, comes out. So, our next Earth fact today is we need trees to survive. Who would have thought? But not just for the reason that you may think. You see, when we breathe in air and we breathe out, carbon dioxide comes out. And this carbon dioxide is carried to your nearest plant. And this plant will form your carbon dioxide into oxygen. And yeah, so we do really need trees to survive, not even just for food, but also for breathing.
Yes. And what about this flat Earth now?
Well, you see, people here today like to say that the Earth is flat because, when you're walking, you don't see anything, curved. But I can assure you that the Earth is not flat. Now, actually, if you get high enough and you can still see the ground, you will actually see the curve of the Earth. Now, there are no places where you can do this, but if you are on Mars and you go to its highest point, you can see the curve of the planet. Now, I don't know why Mars would be round and Earth would be flat, like some kind of frisbee. Anyways, that is it for all things science today. But just to review quickly, the Earth isn't actually a spherical, like really round. It's actually more egged up, if you wanted to call it that. And trees provide oxygen for us. Blessed love. We have come to the conclusion and ending segment of our Youth University program here today. So, what did we talk about today? I think we talked about Michael Jackson and how he was.
We talked about Mr. Ray Charles Robinson, who was a blind singer, songwriter, and a pianist. And as he did say, he is blind, but he wasn't stupid. And in the Key Swahili Corner, we talked about the numbers part too. We were counting by teens. Next Monday, we'll be counting by tens. So I will repeat the numbers for you. There are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And that is Kumina Moja, Kumina Bili, Kumina Tatu.
Oh, really?
Kumina Ne, Kumina Tano, Kumina Sita, kumi na saba, kumi na nane, and kumi na tisa.
All right. And in this All Things Science installment of Youth University, we talked about 2 more Earth facts. So, to review, the Earth is not actually a perfect spherical ball. It is more really irregularly shaped, but it still has the roundness in it. And also, trees help us breathe. Because when we breathe out, carbon dioxide comes out, and the trees make the carbon dioxide into oxygen.
Yes. And that is all for the Youth University. As we always say, I am the best,
And I deserve the best
and only the best.
is coming to me now.
King Selassie.